First of all, I really enjoyed the show. I love how vibrant and colourful and just alive everything felt.
Thank you.
Were there any sort of distinctive Indian filmmaking styles that you wanted to bring in to sort of put your mark on it to bring to a wider audience?
More than Indian filmmaking elements, I think we wanted to stick to how we usually make our films. And we also experiment with each time we do a series or a film, we try to bring in a different style or a different genre, because we'd like to keep experimenting with it. And so we wanted to stick to it. We wanted to make sure that the Russos and the showrunners were fine with it, and they were very excited about the fact that we wanted to bring in a different flavor to the universe. So yeah, we were very excited that we stuck to it and make the way we do. In this case, we went no frills action, 90s retro style. Bring in old Bollywood on the screen a bit and bring in the cinema motif throughout the series to keep it entertaining in a refreshing way, hopefully.
Citadel, the franchise itself, is obviously about spies and about the globe-trotting nature of what that involves. Did you enjoy sort of having that freedom of being able to have the show in a more fixed location? You're showcasing parts of India, and obviously I think there's different parts of the world that you see, but we're mainly based in India. Was that for you something that gave you, did you feel empowered by that idea you've got this budget here, you can show off parts of India and just parts of the world that wider audiences maybe aren't used to seeing, and think to yourself, we can really just show off a bit here with what we've got?
India is very varied that way. There's a lot of cultures, a lot of languages, and different climates in one country. And we usually, even from the first series we made called The Family Man, we tried to go as wide as possible, because otherwise the Hindi film industry usually is focused on the Hindi content, because that's the language the movies are in. But with the series, we decided to open up to other languages, and they would speak their languages, and we would put subtitles for it. And so we started opening up to various regions, cultures across the country. So yes, it's a great opportunity to instead of globe-trotting, we thought we could place it in different parts of India. India trotting.
Samantha, obviously, Honey goes through a lot, especially in these first episodes that we've been able to see. What was the most challenging aspect to you? Because obviously we see Honey over 2 different periods of time. What were the challenges for you as an actor to showcase kind of the dual personalities, almost the one that doesn't know what's going on, into the fighter that we get to see?
I think Honey is very relatable. She reflects most women, actually. When she's young, she's naive, she's exuberant, she has big dreams to make it in Bollywood, and life doesn't always turn out the way we dream it could be. So she ends up becoming a spy, and circumstances in her life lead her to become a single mother, and she's protecting her little cub at any cost. So this is a different woman completely from the little girl she started out as. So I think that it was easy to draw from my own life, and I think that's what is so interesting about Honey, is that she's a survivor, she's a fighter. There's a story of hope there. There's a story of a mother and a character that displays great strength. So it was extremely exciting and thrilling to try and get this right. It was a wide canvas to play around with.
Obviously, as you refer to there, she's a mother, and the young girl who plays Nadia is unbelievable. Where did you find her? What's her story?
She's a discovery, and we lucked out, right? And the casting director brought her to the table, and she showed us the auditions. We fell in love with her. We cast her based on that, and we met her. And she's a very pretty, sort of smart kid. She's actually too smart for her age, if I may say so. Only later we discovered that she's never acted before. Yeah, she's never acted before. She's never learned acting. It's just instinctively, naturally, she's doing everything that a trained actor would do, and it's amazing. So I have this newfound respect for kids now. It's like you don't know what they're capable of.
Obviously, Citadel itself, at its core, we have the 3 shows now, 3 strong, very strong female characters at the heart of it. Have you had, discussions with the creators of the other shows as well? Is there a narrative through line in terms of how you wanted to construct the shows to make sure that you've got 3 distinctively strong characters at the core of them? And what traits do you think that they all share?
We've been, all of us have been in the loop of the other shows. Like we read the American show screenplays when we were developing. Italian show was in development at the same time as us, and eventually we shared our screenplays to them. They shared their screenplays to us. So we are all in the know about all of our characters and stories. And if there is an occasional looks like a duplication kind of a thing, when all of us, we would get on writers' rooms on a regular basis and figure those things out. But otherwise, distinctively our show is so far apart and different from both the American and the Italian show. I think the problem of feeling like we're repeating things, I don't think that even exists. But yes, all of these have strong female lead characters, and that's a happy commonality to have.
So the last thing I'd like to touch on is, with the other 2 shows, obviously we take place in the near future. We have fancy technology, these kind of things. One of the things I like the most about the show is we're in the past. How much fun did you have filming in the 90s? And, are there things that you weren't able to bring into it that you wanted to? What kind of throwback things were you really excited to put on screen?
You just said it, right? Fun. What kind of fun you have? You kind of said the answer in the question. Like we really wanted to have fun.
We had an 8 gigabyte bit data that needs to be decrypted. And so if you see one of the scenes that he has assembled some 20-25 CPUs to read this thing, and he's like, you have no idea how hard it is, how much data this is. So those kind of things were a lot of fun, especially as techies, as ex-techies. We were doing a lot of these throwbacks to the 90s.
It was great. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much.